Hello YouTube, uh, I'm back to open some more Naruto cards I got in the mail, this time with a slightly better setup. Shout out to my girlfriend for getting me the metal arm. So, once again, ordered from Goat Cards. But this time I didn't order as many cards. Also, yeah, okay. Hopefully this time I actually don't show my address on YouTube. It's always a good thing to look out for, and I've already have spoiled what's in here. What do they do with this? So, the support I got this time is mostly focused on my water fire deck, which is, I guess, you can describe it as being mid-range. Yeah, mostly mid-range. Fire water has a lot of cards with ambush, and it has the Toby that recovers cards that have been discarded into the chakra, and it has a few join-ins, including a Sasuke that's a join-in. So I run 3 8 trigrams. It just gets rid of all the problems. And I also run just a single Kankuro with a Sakura that heals. Sakura that is a puppet. And yeah, I can use 8 trigrams basically from early, mid-game to the end game, and there's more support here, but mostly it will be for that. So, starting off with father and son that actually have nothing to do with my fire water deck. They're actually just for my lightning water deck. So I run the Sasuke that sends people to chakra when they take damage. So yeah, this guy coming into play is a board wipe. So that's pretty good. Then Amaterasu. This is again kind of an easier snipe if you have that same Sasuke. What's it called? Eyes of the Snake or something. I don't know. But one ninja, you injure the target. So if you have that Sasuke, the ninja you target just disappears for 1 fire and 1 of something. Also, because that game is more mid to late game oriented, I run an Obito the Obito that is stronger when injured and it costs 1 less of something to use fire jutsu. So yeah, as long as I have that Sasuke in play, this just for a single fire snipes any ninja. It's pretty good value. Of course, I'm not expecting to play it with an Obito, but yeah, just another one. And then should be 3 of them. This is for my Earth deck. Yeah, Earth, Wind, also Earth, anything. This is I'm on a Discord server and I play games. They have Never Ending Love completely banned. So this is the only thing that draws for Earth at turn 1. I mean, the only thing that draws for Earth that is good, kind of, aside from that. I already have a Foca. I ordered 2 more because this is just so It's a shame she doesn't have genjutsu, she doesn't have mental power. She has a lot. She has fire water going for her with ambush. And she replenishes chakra. So on that server as well, there's a lot of chakra control water decks. So that the Toby that recovers chakra and this chick, they get immense value because again it's fire water deck, so you also play Anko's Memory, you can fetch Jutsu, so you play Monster Research, you discard stuff like Jutsus and you pick ninjas, and then you just recover stuff with Tobi and Foka and it goes to chakra, and then you play Anko's Memory and then you just get the Jutsus back anyway, so you don't lose anything out of the Monster Research decision. She's also good because you can, of course, snipe cards your opponent might need, but yeah. I'm not gonna lie, she's not very useful, just Tobi usually accomplishes the game plan by himself. But yeah, so the thing is, I wanted to make that deck a little bit more genjutsu oriented, or at least try it out, so I ordered some Fuens, even though the effect alone makes the card viable, which is you can injure her to negate the effects of my opponent's ninjas that are sent out to battle. I don't know if you can read, probably not. Apologies, it's a very old phone, probably doesn't auto-zoom. The thing is, she has ambush and has genjutsu, so that goes a long way to make the deck way more consistent. I used to run an Itachi that when it attacks, if it's on a team with someone with genjutsu and or Akatsuki, two elements besides him that are Akatsuki or genjutsu, you can make someone change them to injured status. But yeah, I took him out because I realized he doesn't work with the Snake of the Ice, Sasuke. Because he changes them to injured. It does not injure them. Slightly different things. So anyway, she has genjutsu and ambush. Then I guess I ordered only one of the Ranmaru. Yeah. Ninjas with a water symbol in this ninja's team cannot be affected by the effects of your opponent's ninjas with a printer interest cost of 2 or less. I think the effect is very good, but it just, again, has ambush and genjutsu, and I would rather have a copy around just if I want to try playing it. I don't think it's going to be very successful, but yeah. If I wanted to experiment with some stuff. Namely these. I only ordered 2 of them because I have one already. This is basically for genjutsu decks. It gives 1 damage to every ninja battling against every ninja in the user's team and team battling against the user that does not have a genjutsu combat attribute. Effect, give 1 damage to the target. If you have the Sasuke in play, again, this is better than Fear by Genjutsu. Like, anyone can use this, but yeah. I mean, what am I saying? Fear by Genjutsu doesn't have requirements. Yeah, it's not better, but it's basically the same thing. What happens is that Fear by Genjutsu is restricted at 1 in the server I play, so this is the poor man's Fear by Genjutsu. Next, I have 2 of these. Yeah, I ordered 2 of them, even though it's at 1, because yeah, can just keep them in different decks. Don't need to keep changing cards from their sleeves. Requirements: join in, print it just costs 4 or more. Target X number of your opponent's ninjas, give 1 damage to the target. So this is both water and fire. It absolute perfect synergy with my deck. I think it's a pretty rare mix of elements. Yeah, this is great because again it also snipes, and as long as I have that Sasuke in play, yeah. if the enemies are not, I don't know, if I'm not playing against a sand deck that has father and mother or something like that, everyone's basically getting wiped. Let's see. So Sharingan Kunai, this I would have gotten more, but sadly they only had one copy left. One ninja battling against the user. Give 1 damage to the target. Additionally, if the user has Sharingan Eye, give 1 additional damage to the target and move this jutsu card to your hand. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just Kakashi Childhood and Obito turn 1 can kill anyone. But yeah, it's a ninja battling against the user. That's the only detriment it has. It's not that expensive. It's 1 fire, 2 of something, and no requirements. Just that simple. Next, because I want to live long, they don't have this ordered. I'm just gonna put it together. Yeah. Because I want to live into late game, I ordered 3 Kisuke. I'm probably not going to be playing 3, obviously, but yeah. 1 is shiny. The camera. It's a ring print and Evasion of Akatsuki. It's very nice. And yeah, what this guy does is when it dies, it is put immediately back in play with a coin. And when it dies but it has a coin, it is removed from game. So absolutely incredible staller. He is also an Ambu, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good actually. Makes me. There's a jutsu that I'm pretty sure is just requirements tuning or higher, and if you make a wind lightning, which is pretty synergetic with Naruto, or if you make a wind fire, which is also again synergetic because of genjutsu, but you play a lot of stuff that heals itself, sure, but there's a jutsu that is 1 wind, 1 of something, and if I'm not mistaken, it says requirements tuning or higher, and you give 1 damage to yourself and you give 1 damage to the enemy. So again, this guy that is just hanging around, even when he dies, comes back just with a ghost coin, meaning he keeps all of his characteristics. You can actually just suicide him into any ninja of any entrance cost. It's just if you haven't noticed, I like decks that just strive for value. Yeah. Then I have these guys finally. Long overdue. I've never had this card, and it's obviously a staple in most of the decks. It says, when this ninja is put in play, reveal the top card of your deck, then move that card to your hand. It's pretty good because you don't draw it, so the Hinata that punishes you for drawing or stuff like that, this doesn't apply. Dehydration that your opponent might have already in play that says, oh, you draw when your opponent draws. Well, this is not a draw, if I understand correctly. And then other Leaf Ninjas in this ninja team cannot be affected by the effects of your opponent's ninjas. Absolutely father and mother. Not as good, but still pretty good. As long as you play Leaf, it's a very annoying card. Then there's the Zabzamamochi. I like to play Haku Childhood in every deck I have, basically. And the Zabuzas I have are very suboptimal. This one is probably the best Zabuza. Yeah. He has no hand cost. He has ambush, and he says when this ninja's team wins any victory, you can injure one opposing back ninja. When this ninja's team wins any battle reward, you can discard one in-play non-ninja card. So winning a victory, injuring someone for free, you get battle rewards, you might get lucky discarding a client or a mission. It's just the first part of the effect is absolute tempo. Great tempo increase on the game already. If you call this from a Haku childhood that died, and then you just start swinging every time either your opponent gives you battle rewards or his board is further destroyed, it's like turn 2 and yeah. Anyway, then I have another copy of Dehydration. I only had one so far. I only ordered one because they only had one. It's a counter permanent mission. Target one ninja attached this card to the target. The effect next to the target is negated. And then the other effect is when your opponent draws one or more cards due to an effect, draw a card. It's actually been errated to say you can draw a card, so that you can only draw due to this effect once per turn. Next, a Kakashi Boyhood. I bought this just because of, I don't know, maybe just for experimenting, because the other Kakashi childhood that I do run, sometimes it's very, the reward to punish ratio is very 50-50. What I mean by that is the other Kakashi has Genjutsu, he also has Sharingan Eye. So now that I have this, even more so, the other Kakashi is much better. This guy has neither. He doesn't have Genjutsu and he does not have Sharingan Eye. So these two jutsus are useless with him, but it also happens with the other Kakashi. He will just be in game when I want to deploy a grown-up Kakashi and it's just clunky. But yeah. Then there's this Full Blossom, Cherry Blossom Impact requirement, Sakura Haruno or Tsunade. One head ninja opposing the user, discard the target. Then you may give 1 damage to one back ninja opposing the user. Seems like extremely good value. Yeah, more so against lightning and water decks. I feel like wind, earth, and fire usually tend to keep the key jutsu users as back ninjas, but against lightning and water, you will have Sasuke's and Naruto's and the like being the stars, the heroes of the deck, so they get discarded by this. Backstab. This is a very cost-efficient jutsu to gain board advantage. One ninja battling against the user. Effect: if the target has the lowest entrance cost in its team, give 1 damage to it, otherwise injure the target. Again, for my fire water deck, this means not a snipe, but a removal using the Sasuke. Turn 5, when ninjas are injured or take damage, they go to Chakra instead. Then I got a Bartender Cat. This guy's pretty good, of course, for biscuit, grabbing a biscuit or stuff like that. But biscuit is restricted, or I should say limited to 0. And yeah. Attacker mission phase, pay a fire, lightning, or water. Search your deck for a fire, lightning, or water card without ambush and move it to your chakra area, then shuffle your deck. In my case, where the deck is water, fire, I also play Uncle's Memory. This is another Like if I do run into this guy early game, cool, I can use this effect anytime during the game that I may deem necessary. Or if I see him late game, I can just put him down, and if I have Hunker's Memory, I fetch a Jutsu. It's also pretty good because I play Invasion of Akatsuki, which is limited to 1 in the rogue list of the server, and I can just fetch a rogue ninja that does not have ambush, but Invasion of Akatsuki does give it ambush. Next, this Hidan. Nice. Very similar colors for the tile. It says valid attacker mission phase, 2 fire, give 1 damage to this ninja and injure target ninja your opponent controls. So again, during mission phase, if I have the Sasuke in play, I ambush this guy, he has no hand cost, he's just a glorified mission. 2 fire, injure him, it's immediate snipe from Sasuke to send a ninja to chakra. And then if I have, for example, the Sakura puppet, I can just injure some chump blocker or something to heal him, and then next turn I have another snipe. And then when I don't want him anymore, I can just give him another damage, kill him, and snipe someone. It doesn't really matter because I have Tobi, which will put him to chakra. And the following turn, I'll just ambush him again, injure him, so on and so forth. So yeah, I got 2 of him. We'll see how that works. One thing I've noticed with the deck, to be honest, is that I never need to go into that Sasuke, but I've also never had this much support. Like this thing just snipes entire board. Hidan, backstab. I didn't have these before, but with the deck currently as it is, I never go into that Sasuke. I usually just go into Freezing Eyes because my opponent has a bunch of grade 0s. People love playing those. And into the Jonin, make interest cost 2 or less standby when he's sent out during exchange of jutsu that he was sent out to attack. Just because he has Johnny, he can play 80 trigrams. I usually go into that Sasuke or Freezing Eyes. Never get the opportunity to go into the interest cost 5 removal Sasuke. So guidance is, I got 3 of it because it's pretty cheap, but I think I might be running 1 or 2 because in that deck I already run 3 Monster Research, 3 Just Like Drifting Clouds, or Just Like Drifting Clouds, and I run one Dehydration. No, I should put 2 or none. I guess I can put 2 guidance in there, and yeah, 2 guidance and side deck Dehydration if needed. But yeah, I got 3 Monster Research, 3 Just Like Drifting Clouds. I also have 3 Searching missions. One is Make Out Tactics, the other one is Long-Awaited Reinforcements, and the last one is Invasion of Akatsuki. I know for a fact I also have more missions that I'm currently forgetting. I have one more. It does not come to mind what it is. Anyway, guidance. Extremely good because you draw during, not during, but you set up to draw during your opponent's turn, so that in your turn you can play another mission. It's pretty good. The problem is it's turn 3, but what can you do? And finally I have Sharingan, which perfect synergy for my deck. It reads, oh, I didn't read guidance, I'm sorry. It It's a counter mission. Turn 3. Your opponent wins 2 battle rewards. At the beginning of your next turn, move 2 of your opponent's battle rewards to your hand. If your turn marker is 5 or higher, draw a card. So Sharinganai says requirements. Sharinganai costs 1 fire or 1 of anything. Target a jutsu. Negate and remove the target from the game. If you pay the cost of this jutsu with a water chakra, discard 2 of your opponent's chakra. My deck is fire water. Usually I have no problem having water chakra. Quite the contrary. If anything, I have problems with fire chakra. I don't know why. It's strange. I guess I have more fire jutsus than water jutsus, but I also have a lot more fire hand costs and fire missions, but yeah. Well, this was it. This is a much shorter, well, probably not shorter video, but smaller collection of cards. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry as always for rambling. I do these off the cuff, no script, clearly. No thought put behind these descriptions. I'm very happy with these cards. I cannot wait to go test them out actually. Yeah. I was thinking if I have any final remarks. I don't think so. That's about it. Can't wait to board White Kids with father and son. And I cannot wait to make my decks more consistent with a single copy of this. And yeah, I had pretty good results before. Now, hopefully much more. I do believe that this Hidan with the Sasuke, like the opponent has to have comparative strengths or dehydration. Otherwise, it's just a auto win for me. It's basically yeah. I run 3 of the Tobis that recover chakra, so I literally have it every game, every single game, and yeah, he just deals 2 damage to himself, which means I snipe 2 people, goes to discard pile. Toby brings him back to chakra, ambush him, rinse and repeat. Insane value. Anyway, until next time I order cards. Peace.